That is insane.
Fans say leave that in.
Facts.
Never leaving that in.
No, you're going to leave that in.
Nah.
That's what she said. Leave it in.
That is what she says. Often, actually. I oblige because I'm just that type of guy.
I'll pull out every time. Only on certain occasions I
You
don't
know what
pull
they
out.
say. Scare money don't make no money.
I mean, fair. You want to know why that's not even? Because you got fatter. So
Probably. I think I've lost like 6 pounds this week, though. Probably
Probably.
in like the last 3 weeks.
probably from all the cleansing your body out.
Cleansing it. Been making
After
it dirtier.
After your activities. Flush it out. You know?
So I've been very heavy into Blue Mountain State lately. You ever watched it?
Mm-mm. What is it on?
Netflix.
I'm going to have to check it out.
It's the stupidest show I've ever seen in my life.
Okay.
The whites talked me into watching it.
The whites?
Yeah.
Like the white people?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Robert being one of them. Anyway. So it's about this football program, this college football program, right? And basically all they do is party and do drugs and get drunk all the time. Kind of like us.
I don't do drugs.
Well, I asked you the other day. Imagine if we went to college together.
It would be lit. But the statement that you made was quite insane. Following that. Tell the people what you said, bro.
I don't even remember what I said.
You said,
STDs.
bro, imagine if we went to college together.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I said that shit would be crazy. And then you followed up
insane.
with, yeah, it would be insane. We would have like 900 STDs.
Bro, we in 4 years,
First of all,
that's only less than 250 a
you
year.
speak for speak for yourself. First of all, you the one that don't wrap up.
Okay, but here was my point. We would be going room to room on these hoes. And you're not always, especially when you're drunk and high,
Fair.
you're not always going to wrap up.
1,000%. I understand that.
So, yeah,
I wasn't smoking in college though.
you would have been if we were in college together.
I might have took an edible or two.
Nah, you'd have been high as shit every day.
I wouldn't be smoking though.
Like,
How
fuck
would
you.
we get past that if we was athletes?
You only get drug test. So
It's random.
Yeah. But,
NCAA only randomly.
yeah, but you only get 3 a year, right?
Mhm.
It's really easy to not, because it's random, except for they let you know a few days in advance.
Yeah. Or the coaches, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's also, so the way I've always passed drug tests is you just I drink a lot of iced tea before the drug test. And then when you go in, you just piss water. And then they say it's invalid. You come back, you do it again, you do it a third time, and then they're just like, fuck it.
Yeah, I ain't never been drug tested, which is crazy.
But anyway, I said all that to say this. There's this thing in there called oil changes, right? So this is how they got past their drug test. They put a catheter in, drained all the piss out of their bladder, and then they ran clean piss in a tube all the way back up to their bladder.
That sounds like it hurt.
Oh, it definitely would hurt. It would hurt like a motherfucker.
Like, I mean, getting a catheter put in you as a male is already
Yeah, so think about doing it twice.
terrifying. Yeah, no, I couldn't.
To pass the drug test.
I would just fail the drug test. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm just failing off rip. I'm just gonna fail. Can't. They gonna have to put me to sleep or something.
Now you just get severely drunk while you do this. You know nothing hurts when you're drunk.
I mean, fair.
Kind of like my leg is fucked.
Yeah. Okay.
I didn't feel that.
Confession.
Oh, God. You threw me.
No. But the night that we was together last week for your birthday,
Go.
I did drop you.
On my head?
Yes.
Hard?
No, not hard.
Oh, I mean, that's not that bad.
Yeah.
And nothing happened, so it's cool.
Because it was the first time I was gathering myself, and I went to grab you by your legs, and then you started to fall back, and I was lifting as you were falling back, and you just like your whole top half just flopped over
Onto what?
the concrete.
I
We
must
were-
have broke my fall pretty well.
Yeah, There was also some bushes right there, but
Oh, so that broke my fall.
yeah.
Oh, that's
and
fine.
and I only found that out because I discovered a video in my phone.
Of me falling over.
No, I was trying to talk to you and trying to tell you this was before I picked you up to carry you to the car. I was telling you like, bro, I need you to walk. We need to get you to the car and get you home. Blah blah blah. And I didn't even know I was recording. Like that's how out of it both of us were.
Okay, so now you're admitting that we were both out of it.
I was out of it because you were out of it.
Well, yeah.
Meaning, I'm not saying that I was drunk.
That's a good friend thing to do.
100%.
If I'm drunk, you got to get on my same level, or at least close.
Fair. But yeah, no.
Wait, so I realized that in that video that I think you sent me of the girls,
Yeah.
I was dapping you up in the video. That's who I was dapping up.
Yeah.
I realized it was you.
Yeah, I remember I went back and I watched it and I was like, he should probably have this POV.
I was like, who the fuck am I dapping up? Because it could have been a million people.
Right.
Very public space. And then I realized it was your hand because I saw your tattoos on your wrist.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I put two and two together.
Yeah. That was a good night.
It was a great night. Last weekend was great. I can't believe that it was only 1 week ago. That shit feels like it was so long ago at this point.
Really?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it feels like that shit was forever ago when that happened.
Mm.
Great time. Memories for a lifetime, even though most of it I'm not going to remember.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
I feel like my caption for my birthday photo was just perfect.
It was. Yeah, when
Even-
I seen it, I was like,
Given the circumstances.
yeah. Because you did forget a lot. But you created some good memories. What a good group of people.
So we left them on Sunday, prior to Sunday happening.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to comment too much on Sunday.
Okay.
But there is a legendary photo that came out of that night that I really want to make my profile picture. And Lonnie's going to make it his profile picture for 48 hours when I die.
I will honor that. Make it.
Secondary thing. I spent entirely too much money that night.
Yeah, he called me the next day and was like, bro, you should have been with me because I knew you would have kept me responsible.
I don't even need to be responsible, but just smarter than that.
Voice of
Holy
reason.
shit.
Yeah.
I think, all right, everybody knows I don't make the greatest financial decisions.
True.
I think that might have been the worst financial decisions I've ever made in my life.
That is true.
You want to know the great feeling about that, though? Making the worst financial decisions you've ever made in your life, and the next week, still having money. Like a substantial amount of money.
And you got paid.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like I didn't really lose anything that night.
Right. Just a little pocket change. If that.
I don't know that most people would consider that pocket change.
Yeah, most people wouldn't. Especially not with inflation right now. But, you'll make it back.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Luckily, I mean, technically, like you said, it wasn't your money, though.
True. That's the great thing about gambling, right? I explain this all the time to my friends. But when you gamble, you have the opportunity to make a bunch of money, which I did. But then also at the same time, if you lose, right, you can just take more of your money and make more money.
Yeah.
And then if you win, you have more money to now go gamble some more. I lost big this week, though. It's
Parlays.
Huh?
Parlays.
No, I don't. I'm not broke. I don't bet parlays anymore. I bet single games, straight up, $100 at a time.
That's fair.
Georgia fucked me.
Yeah. That was a terrible game.
The good thing, though, there's more football next week.
It is. It is. Playoffs are here.
Gives me even more reason to bet. We got the semifinals of college football, Thursday and Friday. And then we got the NFL playoffs. So I'm thinking that I'll probably bet around $1,000 this week.
You're a better man than me.
But here's the thing. If I win, then I'm up again.
Yeah.
See what happens. May the best me win.
The best me is crazy.
Yo, what the fuck is up, everybody? This is Tuesday Nights with LV, episode 57.
No,
67?
63. Dumbass.
Oh shit. Here we
Go
go
again.
again.
Yeah, nah.
57, bro.
Thought it was 57.
And then 67. It's 63.
I was very confident in that 7.
I know.
You couldn't tell. That's Lonnie. I'm Victor. We are here
57, bro.
again today. Unfortunately for y'all.
Continue to like, comment, share, subscribe, follow us on all platforms, as we always say. Instagram, Apple Podcast, Spotify, all platforms. We are available, audio and visual.
I thought I told you that we won't stop.
Continue to fuck with us. If you fuck with us, if you don't fuck with us, still fuck with us.
Now,
Sure.
what you gonna do with the team that got much Wait, what is it?
I'm so concerned.
The team they got money much longer than yours, and the
What was
team
you
much
drinking
stronger than yours.
earlier?
Ghost Lager
Jesus.
and Twisted Teas.
That's a terrible combination.
Got me like
At the
this.
same time?
No,
Oh, that's still a terrible combination.
well, kind of at the same time. It'd be like
I was chasing it.
I was like sipping the Twisted Teas, and then like every time there was a touchdown. Oh, by the way, the Bears beat the Packers today.
I saw
Fuck
that.
the Packers.
We got them next week. We're gonna eat them up. Pause.
And their starting quarterback's injured. We injured
Ours
Jordan
is
Love
too.
today. Yeah, but he's gonna play.
We'll see. I'm sure you will, but we'll see.
But anyway, so yeah, I was drinking the Twisted Teas, and then every time there was a touchdown, I would take a. But also, I was taking shots for like other things besides touchdowns,
Just for the hell of it.
first downs, for the win.
Tackle for losses.
Hey, we gave up 13-yard shot time.
That's wild.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing, right? So New Year, same me, but I've actually made a concerted effort this week
Mhm.
that I haven't drank any other day since my birthday, since Sunday.
Okay.
So from last Sunday till today, I didn't drink anything. So I'm really like gonna make it where I only drink on Sundays or special occasions.
Okay.
Plus,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No,
Finish.
go ahead, go
Finish it. Finish
plus today was the last NFL Sunday of the season. So
it. Yeah, it was. Everything is playoffs now.
yeah. Well, the
Thursdays.
last for us,
Well, yeah.
not for everybody, but
Not for everybody. Yeah. You know my standpoint from here for the next like 4 months.
bullshit.
He don't see it happening, but
I don't, because it's bullshit.
well, for the next 3 weeks.
I'll give you that. I
Well,
think you can make it.
Well,
3
I
weeks.
said that. I said for the next 3 weeks, with me being on my fast, I am not drinking. But following my fast, I'm doing the 75 hard. But I did say that on occasion that I would drink on a Sunday for the pot.
I'm gonna be honest with you. While you do your 75 hard, I'm gonna do a 75 soft. Let me tell you what that means.
I know. Go ahead.
For those 75 days, I'm not gonna have no sex.
Bitch. Please.
I haven't had sex in like a long time. Since the last time I got sad.
That's like almost every day.
That is true. But no, like since the last time I was like actually sad.
That's like, it's been a few months, and I'm proud of you.
It has been a few months. And I'm not proud of me.
I am.
I feel like I'm losing the game.
Not necessarily. You're just taking a break.
Not
You had to sit this quarter out, buddy.
okay, I'm not intentionally taking a break, but it's not like I'm trying either.
No, because if you wanted to, you could.
I mean, I'm sure, but like I don't know, bro. There's no I'm gonna be honest with you. No homo, but I don't like bitches right now.
Elaborate on that.
Like I'm not interested.
So,
I'm not interested. Like I just
but like, are you saying that you're
nah, I'm not. I'm just saying like I'm not putting any effort into anything.
okay?
I'm not trying to fuck nothing. I'm not trying to entertain nothing. I'm not even trying to speak to nothing.
Okay.
I'm just like uninterested.
Okay, I got you.
I don't understand why either.
I was.
Let's turn this into a real therapy session, all right? So, I don't get why. Now, when I get drunk, yeah, obviously, like, sure, I fuck some if I'm drunk. But even then, I'm not really trying.
Yeah. It kind of just happens.
What, you get uninterested?
No, that you just fuck when you're drunk.
Well, yeah, but I haven't even been doing that either.
Yeah, because you've either been blacked out or
Not even that, because let's go to like earlier in the day on my birthday, right?
Mhm.
It's this girl that I've had sexual relations with before. And I seen her, whatever. Hugged her, we were talking. I was holding like the bottom part of her bag, you know, like we was vibing, whatever. But then she was talking about like, oh, am I gonna see you later? And I was like, nah, and I just dipped.
you feel like that's trifling
What?
to a female.
To
Just answer the question and just dip. A question like that.
I mean, I don't fucking know.
Because like think about it this way: if roles were reversed
Uh-huh.
and a female did that to you,
Well, she said nah, I would expect the next move to dip. But that's not even why I did that. I didn't dip because I said nah, I dipped because my friends were walking out the door and I was with them. But also, it wasn't like I was rejecting her. I was just giving her an honest answer. Like, nah, you're not about to see me later.
right? That's fair.
It's not gonna happen, you hussy.
Hussy is crazy. Females don't like rejection though. They
They
can't
don't.
take rejection. But
They
they always want us to take rejection. Then we get called sassy if we backfire on them.
backfire is crazy.
Not even
What do you mean by that?
I mean by like so. Say I walk up to a female and I'm like, "Yo, how you doing?" Blah blah blah. We
What
have
up,
conversation. We have conversation.
That's how Lonnie approaches females.
And I'm like, "Yo, like, can I get your number? Blah blah blah. Let's go. You know, grab a bite to eat sometime." And she be like, "No, I'm good." And then niggas just be like, some niggas be like, "Well, fuck you, bitch. I ain't want you anyway."
See, that's crazy though, because like you can't approach a female, ask her for a number, ask her to go on a date or some shit, and then say fuck you, I ain't want you anyway. Because
right?
now you just a liar. Now you just salty. Like true or false, right? That's like a girl being like, I'm trying to suck your dick from the back. and then
Nah, fam.
and then she like, and then I'm like, sorry, ma'am, I'm uncomfortable with that. And she's just like, well, fuck you.
You said
your
you was
dick
gonna let
small
that
anyway,
happen.
huh?
You said you would let that happen.
No, I 1,000% would. I'm looking for one still.
You want Lamborghini doors first of all.
Here's the thing, right?
Nah.
Listen. Now that I'm getting older, I'm not so uncomfortable.
You about to
with
miss
shit no
me
more.
with that, bro.
Nah, I'm not. So listen, I'm not so uncomfortable with shit no more. Like if Shorty was like Lamborghini doors, well then I'm getting in Lamborghini doors. Like gotta try it. What Drake said, you only live once.
For sure, but I'm gonna live once without having that.
Look, I'm not gonna sit here and try to convince you of it. I still haven't done it, but I'm just saying, like, so I'm not so old to the point. Oh shit, I'm not so old to the point where I got hemorrhoids. So like, Lamborghini doors is still in the question, you know?
You might as well just bend over and take it at that point.
Nah, that's gay. Nothing going up my ass.
Her tongue.
No, it's going like.
No. No.
You think that? Hold on.
So when you eat a girl ass,
That's not something that I do.
cap.
I don't. I said I would for the right person, but it's not something like. But you think I'm sticking my tongue? All right, so let's just hold on. Back this up a bit. When you eat a bitch out, you put your tongue in their vagina.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Like inside,
My tongue.
you penetrate them with your tongue.
Yes.
That's insane.
And I play with the clit too.
Yeah, I do that with my tongue. That's what eating them out is.
So you just your focus is only the clit,
For the most part, I'll be licking that thing down.
but that's not where all the stimulation comes from, though.
Okay,
Do we
my
need to
tongue.
do we need to have a sexual education
No.
class?
But let me tell you something about my tongue, right? Let me tell you something. It is not long nor thick enough to do anything going inside of them. I got a very small tongue.
Oh, I can't relate.
You long tongue lizard looking motherfucker. Fuck is wrong with you?
I mean,
Long-ass tongue.
you can get a little bit in there, a little bit.
Bro, like a quarter of an inch. That shit ain't doing shit.
It's something.
And listen, I'm sure it does, right? But that's not my intention.
That's
my
just like,
intention
okay.
isn't like I'm gonna try to stick my tongue so deep inside of you. Like,
I'm not saying try and touch her fucking cervix. I'm just saying.
but your tongue is insane.
I'm just
You have to
saying.
get your whole head in that bitch.
I'm not saying do that. I'm just
Oh,
saying
shit.
like at least put effort to putting a little bit in there. That's all I'm saying.
It just
Okay, let me ask you this: when you're fingering a female,
Yes.
is your main focus just her clitoris?
No.
Okay, then.
There's a difference.
What is? I'm not.
My
understanding.
tongue isn't this fucking long.
I
dude.
mean, technically, it is. Technically.
There's no.
If you were to cut your entire tongue out of
You
your
think I
mouth-
could get my entire tongue out my mouth?
I'm not saying you
I
can.
can get that shit maybe a quarter of an inch out my mouth.
I'm not saying you can. I'm just saying if you were to cut your entire tongue out of your mouth, your tongue is probably
Okay, so here's the difference,
at
right?
least 6 to 8 inches.
Here's the difference, right? When I'm fingering her, I'm getting to the palm.
You might as well fist her.
No, I'm not saying it's going in. I'm saying like this is touching the outside of her vagina, right?
Okay,
So my fingers is going all the way in that,
for sure.
right? My tongue is not doing nothing inside of
It
that.
doesn't matter
At all.
But what I'm saying is, you can put some effort to putting your tongue inside of her vagina.
And I'm like I said,
Try it. I'm telling you, the next female that you,
bro. I've never gotten a bad review. I've never gotten a bad review.
I'm
once.
not. No,
Not
I'm not.
once.
I'm not saying that you have or will or would, but I'm just saying like, try it.
I'm not tonguing her vagina. Just like I'm not tonguing her asshole.
No, I didn't say go stupid in her
So,
ass. I just
so here's my thing, right? If I were to eat a bitch ass, I'm gonna do it to the best of my abilities, no doubt, right? But at the same time, I don't even know that I would know what I was doing. Now that's never stopped me before.
wait. You talking about eating her ass?
Yeah.
It's like eating her pussy. She just doesn't have a clit in her asshole.
Well, then I'm lost. But it's all right. I figured it out. I've always figured it out. Even when I lost my virginity, I figured this shit out.
It tickles to them and it feels good at the same time.
Well, no shit. Like I would assume. Just like I would assume Lamborghini doors, you know?
You ever got your gooch licked?
I don't like it. I hate it.
So why would you think that getting your ass ate?
I didn't say that I was gonna enjoy it. I just said I would try it. It's for the plot, bro. It's for the plot. Like you gotta try shit, you know? Because here's the thing. How can I know I don't like it until I try it?
I don't even like when if a female touch my ass.
I don't either. But I'd still try it. One time for the one time.
So say
Okay, before you say anything, before you say fucking anything, because I know where you're going. I know exactly where you're going with this. So before you say anything, I will try anything that doesn't make me gay.
So you don't feel like as a man getting your ass ate is gay?
No.
Okay. Whatever you say. So what if you're a missionary
What if I'm in missionary?
and missionary and you're fucking
Okay.
and the girl just reach down and smack your ass?
Okay, first of all, that would be extremely hard for her.
How?
Because when I fucking missionary, bro, I put their knees to their shoulders.
I mean, fair.
So you got T-Rex arms at this point, right? Your legs all wide. They all pushed back, right? So you not going to be able to reach around me and get to my ass. It's not even going to happen.
What if y'all get done and y'all get up and then she just be like,
Good game.
"Good job,"
I wouldn't be mad.
but you don't like getting your ass touched?
No, that's fine. But like, let's say, all right, let's take this back to football. I like sports, right? If you make a good play and somebody
know,
slap
yeah.
your ass and be like, good game, like, you gonna get mad, do you?
I've never liked that.
I didn't say I liked it. I didn't say like, oh yeah, do it again. But like,
Oh yeah, do it again. It's crazy.
but like, it wasn't offensive. It's just something that's part of the game.
yeah,
You know?
yeah. I get it.
If somebody smack you on the ass and say like, so if she smacked me on the ass and say good game, like I'll be doing that. We be getting out of bed, you know. I smack her on the ass.
That's
good game.
different. Females like getting their ass touched.
No, that's fine. I'm saying like that wouldn't be offensive. Now, if I'm in the kitchen cooking and she come up and smack my ass, now we got a problem. Now you're not getting any dinner. Because you're not about to treat me like a little mama when I'm already doing little mama activities.
No, all this shit on the floor.
Oh, fuck this. I'm going home.
Bitch, you are ill. Like,
Well, then you're going home.
what if y'all moved in together?
Somebody's leaving this fucking house.
Jesus, just send them to the other side of the house.
Nah, I get in my car and leave.
That's wild.
You know, we need to bring that back, bro.
What?
So, like, I remember when I was a child, like, couples getting mad, and they would get in their car, rev the fucking engine, dip out, and not come back for like 3 hours. That needs to be a way of solving arguments again.
That's toxic.
I don't give a fuck. In my next relationship, I'm doing that shit.
That's toxic.
How is that toxic? You're stepping away from the argument.
So you just blatantly just gonna walk away
Yeah.
instead of just being like, I need space, and I'm gonna boom.
Nah, fuck that. I'm actually gonna end it with a fuck you, bitch, and then dip out the house.
Yeah, no. That's insane.
Cause think about it, right? It solves shit. She gonna be
What
all
is
worried.
that solving?
She gonna be all worried and shit. She be like, oh no, my bad, I'm sorry. Oh no, please, I won't do it again. And then boom, you're good. Argument solved. Game, set, match. I feel like we should start like ending shit with that again. We need to bring a lot of the shit from the 90s back.
That's you're manipulating her.
It's 90s love. That's what you always bragging about, right? 90s love.
That is not 90s love.
100% that's 90s
No.
love. 1,000%.
That is not.
How you think they solved the arguments in the 90s? You think they sat down and had a fucking kumbaya fucking...
they argue?
Let's talk about it.
They
Exactly.
argue.
And
That's
then-
not
and
arguing.
then the
That's
man-
somebody leaving.
And that, yeah, you argue for about 45 minutes to an hour, maybe 2, depending on how much you
and
like
then
to
you
argue.
go to your separate ends of the house.
No,
and,
not at all. Nah, fuck
yes.
that shit. Nah,
and
you
y'all
said-
get over that.
Nah, fuck that. Boom. Get in the car. Go. Boom. Come back 3 hours later.
Now what if something happened to you?
Who gives a fuck? All right, here's the thing, right? Here's what I'm tired of. I'm tired of this oversensitivity, right? Like, you can't always be thinking of the outcomes of your actions.
Okay.
Actions happen. Life happens. So, like, you can't be like, well, what if not? 9 out of 10 times, nothing's going to happen. So we going to not do something based off a 10% probability? That's like me saying I'm not driving drunk no more. Bro, you know how many times I've drove drunk in my life?
Several.
Probably 100,000, not several. So many times, right? Never nothing happened. Not one thing. So let's say something happened, right? Once. That would literally put it at like a 0.001% chance at this point. You think I'm going to stop based on a 0.001% chance? Like, that's fucking dumb.
You should probably consider it.
Nah.
You should probably consider it.
Here's the thing, right? Now that I got another drink in me. How are you going to tell me to consider it when you do it all the time?
Do what?
Drive drunk.
I don't be drunk.
What'd you do on my birthday?
I wasn't drunk.
You
Let me tell you. You
Oh my
sobered
God.
me clean up
Bro, okay.
after you threw up
tell you
on
something.
me.
I don't even believe in science, but let me tell you something about science, right?
I'm gonna smack the shit out of you.
That's not how this shit works. That's not how blood alcohol content works.
I understand
Just
that.
because you feel more alert does not make you sober.
I didn't say I was more alert. I just
You
said
said I sobered you up.
You did
The amount of time.
because you pissed me off. You
Okay.
threw up on me.
That's not how getting undrunk works, though.
That's how it worked for me.
And see, this is why you're not a scientist.
That's fine. I never wanted to.
Clearly,
be
you don't
one.
believe in science either. Because that's not how that shit work, bro.
Okay.
It takes hours to get undrunk. You can't just take a cold shower and get undrunk. You can't drink some coffee and get undrunk. Like, yes, you can do things to heighten your senses, like take an Adderall, but that doesn't make you undrunk.
I understand that.
So just because you was mad, don't mean you. Were
I was
not
no.
drunk
I
anymore.
wasn't mad. I was just highly irritated.
You know, and here's another thing. Here's what really grinds my gears. I'd have never been irritated at you. I wouldn't have been able to carry you. Well, I probably would have. If we're being honest, I probably would have been able to carry you. I'd have just been like, fuck, this heavy. But, but my point being is, I wouldn't have been mad. I've never gotten mad dealing with a drunk person.
No, I wasn't mad.
I've
Dylan.
gotten like, motherfucker,
so
again.
irritated.
But no. But listen. It was an again thing, right? It was like for the 15th time in a month span.
Right.
It wasn't like a. It was kind of like a fuck. Hopefully, I use this word right. I'm a little bit drunk. Contrition thing. Did I use that right word correctly?
I don't think so.
I don't either. I might have. I might not have. I don't know. Take a chance with it. It's like an overexposure thing.
Okay.
Like I was like, bruh, this don't have to happen every time. It's like that more so than me being mad at the situation. The situation was a situation.
Yeah, I wasn't even mad. I was just like,
Oh shit. Here we go again.
basically,
But that doesn't happen often.
it don't.
That's like,
It used to happen often.
yeah, no, but that was like probably, and I feel like that time was way different than any of the other times.
Yeah, for sure, 1,000%.
I feel like that time it was just like a, I don't even know what to call that. Like got to a finishing point.
Mhm.
There was not any possibly further we could have went on that. But I feel like the other times it was like,
OD.
I'm not even gonna co-sign that shit. Cause realistically, I would have been pissed about the other shit. I'm surprised I never got slapped. Being honest. I'd have slapped me.
Low key.
I'd have slapped the shit out of me. And like I get it from my point of view. Obviously, I kind of have to. But at the same time, I probably would have slapped the shit out of me.
That's fair.
If you had an opportunity,
One shot.
you got 60 seconds, okay? And you can either go 10 years in the future or 10 years in the past and have a conversation with yourself from that time period. Which one you picking?
I'm probably picking 10 years in the past.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm definitely picking that one too.
Only because I've had some life altering things that happen. So I would go back 10 to talk to myself and let that person know, not necessarily what's going to happen, but what could happen and how to potentially maneuver around those things happening.
Okay, but you only got 60 seconds, right?
That's fine.
So I would go in the past 10 years. Where was I 10 years ago? How old was I?
19.
And I would tell myself 3 things. First thing would be don't go to college.
Facts.
I would tell myself to get into boxing way sooner. Second thing, ask her to be your girlfriend before you leave for California. That's 2, right? Third thing, something's going to come along. And it's going to drive you insane till the end of the earth. Don't fuck it up. Those are 3 things I told myself 10 years ago.
Yeah. I feel you on a note. Don't go to college. Me, my alternative was the military.
Oof. Those are shitty alternatives.
Well, I wanted to be in the Marines. So that was my alternative.
Okay, so here's the thing, right? Before you go on to this, because I'm just gonna answer your first thing.
Okay.
You would have never met me if you.
I mean,
changed
that's probably fair.
this wouldn't exist right now.
I mean, that's fair.
So I gave myself 3 things to not change the course of my life, but to just make some decisions that happened quicker, and or small tweaks. Because here's the thing, in the last 29 years, I appreciate everything that's happened
Mhm.
and for what it is. there's not really any one thing that would change the outcome of where we're at today that I would change.
Right. I can say the same. But just as far as before any of this started, before you and I met, like all of that, that what changed for me. But events leading up to us meeting, us becoming the best of friends, and us creating a foundation in the empire.
Because here's the thing, right? If I don't go to college, it literally changes nothing for me, except for it gets the ball rolling faster. If I don't go to college, I would have found something else to do, which I ended up doing when I got kicked out of school.
Mm-hmm.
So my whole thing is, save, at that point, it would have been 3 years. Don't go to school. Do this instead.
Right.
Secondarily thing, right? That was one decision that I feel like changes the course of a lot. Like a ton. But also that first decision led us to here. So if that first decision happens quicker, everything else stays the same. Right? Which leads me into this life that I'm in now. I still end up getting sick. That nothing can change that.
Right.
So the second thing eliminates a whole lot of issues, but I already had the idea and the passion in my mind to get into media. So this was going to happen regardless anyway. That domino had already fallen.
Mm-hmm.
So then a lot of this would be different, but it would still be in this position right now.
That's fair.
Okay, now do your 3 or 2 and 3.
My 2 would probably be my 1 was what? Not go to college.
Yeah.
Go to the military. Damn. I mean, it's hard not to say anything that wouldn't be life altering per se. Because a lot of the things for me, and it's not even thinking too deep into it, but just like thinking off the top of my head, a lot of the things that I would think of would be life altering and going down different paths. And had I not gone to school, probably a good bit of my life altering things that has happened wouldn't even be a thing.
No, for sure.
So
I feel like that for you changes your entire life.
1,000%. Me not going to school changes my entire lifestyle.
Literally everything.
Entire lifestyle. So that's really the only thing that I could think of is not going to college for real. And that's I don't regret by any means going to college. I don't at all. I learned a lot of shit.
I don't either. That shit.
I saw a lot of shit. It was fun. Like I had a good time. Got some good connections, all that, all that shit. But all in all, I don't regret it. If I could go back and do it all over again, I would, minus the underlying shit. But honestly, yeah, that's really what I would say to my younger self. 10 years from now, what's that? 15? Going on 16, yeah. That was right when I started thinking about college, actually.
Did you go to the college that you wanted to?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's insane.
I knew I wanted to go to that college because of how their programs were set up for what I was going to school for. Like, I could care less about the athletics and everything. Like, me having a walk-on, I had a walk-on scholarship to play ball. And that came, like, at the last minute. So I was really going there for the academic program that they had for me. It was better for my major that I was going into.
I'm actually glad I got kicked out of school. No, I'm dead ass. I'm dead ass. No,
I've never heard no nigga say that.
No, for real.
Okay.
And I'm sure there's a lot of people like. So here's my thing, right? Had I not got kicked out of school, I would have been probably financially a lot more successful, a lot quicker. Yeah. Essentially, what I was in school was to make people's money make them more money, right? Obviously, that's a very lucrative career path. Having said that, I don't think I would have ever been happy, bro.
Really?
I'd have had a shit ton of money, but that's not satisfying to me.
Right.
I'm more so a person where I need legacy. I need that. Without that, I'll never be happy.
Right.
Without striving for something that puts me in the public spotlight, I can't succeed. Like I can succeed, but I can't be happy.
Yeah.
Really, I'm a big picture type of person, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
All the little nuances of shit, it doesn't interest me.
I can understand that.
Do you think you're a good person?
In what aspect?
On
Just
the
in
on
general?
on the wildest transition of all time.
Just like in
Do you-
general?
Yeah, and generally,
Oh,
however, generally, do you believe that you're a good person?
generally speaking, I feel like I am a phenomenal person.
Okay.
Do you feel as if you're a good person?
Hold on, give me a 5-minute break to piss. And we're back from our short little intermission.
Do you feel like you're a good person?
Say it louder for the people in the back.
Do
Yeah.
you feel as if Victor is a good person?
Do I feel like? Okay, first of all, no,
Why?
I don't think anybody's a good person.
Why?
I don't think anybody's a bad person.
So what are they?
I think this is like a made up concept of morality and a high ground.
Okay.
I think there's no such thing as like. It's impossible to be a good person. We're all just humans at the end of the day, right?
For sure.
So let's play this in. Okay. I think the whole concept of being a good person or a bad person comes from religion.
I can see that.
I personally don't subscribe to those theories, though. I think that religion is it's something out there to put a moral high ground in place for people, a code, if you will, right?
Mhm.
Not saying I believe or I don't believe, but what I am saying is, I don't believe in that standard of it. I don't think anything can dictate whether you're a good person or you're a bad person. I don't think, because everybody's morals are different, right?
Mhm.
Some people might agree with murder if it's for a cause,
I do.
right? If somebody does something heinous enough, you should be able to murder them.
Right.
Some people may say, but murder's still murder,
It is indeed.
right? So there is no circumstances in which you can kill somebody and still be a good person.
Right.
Some people believe that accidents may make you a bad or good person, right? Let's say you make a mistake. Does that inherently make you bad?
No.
Let's say you make a series of mistakes. Does that inherently make you bad?
No, it's just now it's just a continuous cycle of something that you have to fix.
Okay, so if a series of mistakes don't make you bad,
It becomes a choice.
then what does?
Say it again.
If a series of mistakes, meaning that you are continuously choosing to make these choices that lead you to a mistake,
Mhm.
do not make you bad, then what does?
Who knows?
Exactly. There's no definition for it
For sure.
other than a set of rules set forth and whatever you believe in.
Mhm.
I can't subscribe to that. I don't think because you fuck up that makes you a bad person.
Right.
I think that just means you fucked up.
Yeah. 1,000%.
Regardless of what the fuck up is, it just means you fucked up. So no, I'm not a good person, nor am I a bad person. I'm a human. We're all flawed.
So are you a mid person?
There's no grading scale.
Yeah.
It's just you're human. You fuck up.
Everybody. Yeah.
You make mistakes, right? Whether the people around you decide to accept your flaws or not is entirely on them. That's their perception of you.
Yeah.
But okay, let's take this into a biblical sense, right? Jesus forgives everybody for all of their mistakes, correct? So, if I cannot do the same, if I don't forgive everybody for all their mistakes, does that now make me a bad person?
No. Because, and I'm gonna say this, just kind of piggybacking off of what you said or bouncing off what you said about Jesus forgiving everybody. I don't like when people say, "What would Jesus do?" or "What would God do?" How would God want you to blah blah blah. Like at the end of the day, trust and believe. I believe in God? Yes. Do I believe in my religion? 1,000%. But I am, like you said, everybody is still human. I am still human. I still have feelings. I still am entitled to how I feel about certain things.
Ooh, perfect. You just hit another talking point for me.
So I don't feel as if just because God turned the other cheek, that don't mean I'm going to turn the other cheek too. Will I feel the way I feel right now and then turn the other cheek? Maybe. But I'm not about to. I'm not God. I can't mimic or replicate what he did or what he does for people. Like I can't do that because I'm a human.
So let me ask you this question then. Feelings.
Mm-hmm.
If you do something bad because of your feelings, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say your feelings have you one way, and then you do something, anything, I don't care what it is, that is considered bad and would make you a bad person for doing it. Does that make you, because you committed this, does that make you a bad person or does that make you human?
Makes you human.
Exactly. So you can't, in one hand, oh, I love the way the world is right now, even though I always talk about how I don't, right? You can't, in one hand, preach about mental health.
Me?
No, anybody.
Oh.
Just the world in general. I'm generalizing here, right? But in the other hand, say there's good and bad people.
Right.
Two things can be true. Just these two things can't be true at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
If something's inhibiting you in one vein, yet at the same time, you're acting on it, that doesn't defeat the point. You can't argue both points here.
Yeah. You're right.
So I just, no, I don't. Long story short, think I'm a good person. I think that everybody is just a person trying to figure shit out in the world.
Yeah.
And no matter which way you go about that, that's on you.
Mm-hmm.
That's your life. Those are your choices. But shit, some of the people that are looked up to the most in this world, if you really went back on a scale of morality and broke down all of their choices, you would probably think they're a pretty bad fucking person.
Yeah. But that's just the way the world and society is, though. Like, people just judge and think certain things. And granted, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. And, I respect that. Do I respect everybody's opinion? No.
I don't think most people formulate their own opinions.
They don't. People base it and judge it off of what the next person says or how the next person views someone or something. Like, they just bounce off of that unless you say it or show it in a different way that it's already been said or done.
I feel like the loudest voice wins.
Probably right.
It doesn't matter whether you're right or you're wrong. It doesn't even matter if you believe that you're right or you're wrong.
Yeah.
As long as you're the loudest about saying it, as long as you can get the most people to hear your point of view, you're going to be right.
Yeah.
If you look at some of the biggest, I don't even want to call it trends. I don't even want to call it fads. I don't even know what to call it. I don't have a word for this because it's much bigger than any word I can think of. But if you look at the biggest followed things in the world, it's not followed per se because the individuals believe in it.
Mm-hmm.
It's because that's what they're told to believe in. You're conditioned into something from the moment you're born.
Right.
Whether that be your parents, whether that be the environment you grow up in, you're conditioned into something, right?
Mm-hmm.
And every day of your life, probably for the first, I'd say 10 to 12 years, you really don't have a say. You really don't have a thought in it. You're kind of just doing what you're told.
Right.
Most people after those years don't search to find answers for themselves. It's a hard thing to do. You just sit in it.
Mm-hmm.
You're content knowing what you know. Knowing your reality as you know it, you're content in that. So it just becomes easy. You just let the days pass. That's my take on it.
I agree with a lot of the things that you have said. Like realizing like what you're saying, it does make sense. Like everybody is human. You can't clarify somebody as a good or a bad person or whatever, however you clarify them, because everybody's human. Everybody make mistakes. Everybody make choices at the end of the day. So for you to try and dignify what another person is without looking in the mirror first is wrong. But you are entitled to how you feel and your opinion and blah, blah, blah. But like you said, a lot of people's opinions are secondhand opinions or third-hand opinions or whatever the next person said. So unless you say it, show it, or prove it in a different way than the next person said it, then it's not original. It's not authentic. So
here's my other thing on the subject, right? A lot of the things that we interpret are really misunderstandings. Because I personally believe nobody is who they show to the world.
right.
There is nobody. Well, okay, that's not true. There's probably some people. No, there's probably a few.
Yeah.
But for the most part, generalizing here again, people aren't comfortable enough showing 100% of themselves to the world. There's something you're gonna hide.
Yeah.
It's got to be.
Well, would you really call it hiding though?
No, not necessarily, but for lack of a better word,
Yeah.
you're not hiding it. It's a disguise. It's an act.
Mm-hmm.
We're all actors in this life. If you really think about it, you portray to the world what you want to portray to them.
Right.
You do not portray to the world the 100% truth.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Go back to our first discussion. You're scared of judgment. You're scared of people thinking that something might make you a bad person.
Mm-hmm.
So, in that sense, right, I feel like for the most part, people are misunderstood. I would like to think that most people put their best foot forward, but it's up to how others perceive them as what they are.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think it's better to be misunderstood? Or would you rather be understood or understanding to other people?
I would probably say I would rather be understood to people
Okay.
because I feel like I'm a very understanding person already. So like anything somebody brings to me, vents to me about whatever, like just everyday life, whatever. Like I feel like I understand people, whether I've been through the same thing that they're talking about or venting to me about, or we just having a normal conversation. Like I'm an understanding person. But I don't feel as if I'm understood all the time. I don't feel like I'm heard, seen, and understood. So for me, to me, that's more important to be understood to another person.
Okay. I agree with your reaction on that. Here's the thing for me personally, and I've talked about this a lot on the show.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's possible for me to ever be understood.
Why?
There's too many different personalities for you guys to understand the world as a whole. And unless you can separate me into different people, compartmentalize this guy over here, this guy over here, this guy over here, this, and so on and so forth,
Right.
you can never understand me. Because how I am in one situation might be how I differ from how I am in another situation.
Right.
And how each individual perceives me has to be completely different.
Mm-hmm.
Because I show everybody a little bit different of everything.
I get it.
It's impossible for me to show somebody everything. Because when I do, they think I'm a horrible person.
Mm-hmm.
It's too much. It's information overload. There's too many different faces here. If I show somebody all of the negative and all of the positive, it's not gonna, it doesn't mesh.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be understood. So personally, I just do my best to be understanding of other people.
Mm-hmm.
I don't ever expect to be understood by anybody. I'm long past that.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's my role in this life. I don't think I need to be understood.
I feel you on that. I feel you so deep on that. Only because I've tried for so long to over explain how somebody should and needs to understand me as a person, what I'm explaining, what I'm saying, and just how I am as a person. I've overly explained that for years. And I've gotten to a point just like you where I don't even care to be understood now.
It's not that I don't care, because that would be misrepresenting myself again. I do care. I actually really care.
Mm-hmm.
It bothers me. But I've come to terms with the fact that that's probably something that I'll never be at peace with.
Yeah.
And maybe, you know, maybe it comes to a day where I find somebody who does understand me.
Yeah.
And I felt like I've had that before, but then things and actions and shit has played out to the fact where, no, you don't. Because if you did, you would realize that for me, everything is a high or a low. I don't have a middle ground. That doesn't exist for me.
Yeah.
Everything's either up here or down here.
Right.
It's either heaven or hell. It's the attic or the basement with me.
Yeah.
And so for you to accept everything that's up, but not everything that's down, means that you don't understand. But in saying that I've come to terms with that just not in the cards, I feel like my role is to, at least to my best of abilities, try to accept people for everything that they bring.
Yeah.
Whoever comes in my life. And I also think that allows me to be so loyal to people.
Mm-hmm.
Because here's my thing, right? If you, Lonnie,
Mm-hmm.
have something that's dragging you down is dark. It's something that you don't want anybody to find out about. But I find out about it. Why would I exile you for that? When at the same time, I've not always made the best decisions in my life.
Yeah.
Who am I to judge?
For sure. I mean, and that's I mean, but that's real life, like between the two of us. Like that example was real life.
If I can't accept somebody else at their lowest point, then I just should not be in that person's life.
Yeah.
Period. And I said you because you're on camera with me.
Mm-hmm.
But there's other people. One very specific person that I've had to accept at their lowest point.
Mm-hmm.
You know what's the worst, though? When you're with somebody at their lowest point and they don't do the same for you.
Yeah. That is tough to deal with. Because if it's that one person that you feel as if you gave your all in all to, and you were the most vulnerable with, and you shared shit with them that you never shared with nobody else, and then you dealt with all of their baggage and they shit that they had going on, but when it's time for you to unload your baggage and deal with your shit, it's like they up and leave or they just vanish, and it's like it was a one-sided street this whole time.
Let me just take this further, right? You know all the negative darkness about somebody. All the bad shit. You know all of it. And vice versa. Not only things that they've done, but things that have happened to them.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just too much for you to hold. It's too heavy. But you don't run away. You let that sit on your shoulders.
Right.
And your legs crumble. You become Atlas. You become Achilles. It was too much for me to hold, but I'm here.
Right.
And then that person, in turn, turns their back on you.
Mm-hmm.
So now what are we talking about? Not only did you leave me all your baggage to hold, to live with, and let that sit on my shoulders, but now, on top of that, you're turning away and walking away because it's too much for you.
Right.
That and having to deal with that is probably the most difficult thing that somebody will have to do in this life. I think I'm out of this conversation.
Yeah.
I don't got much more to say.
Yeah. That's a conversation for another time.
I mean, we could have it.
No, not right now.
I'm at the point.
Nah.
Well, guys, this was an all over the place episode.
It was. But it was another audio and visual experience.
Was another banger. I don't even know if we can call it that. It was
All over the place.
bro.
Chaotic.
Like it started out one way.
And shifted to a whole nother
It was all
direction.
jokey. And then we got
Sentimental.
it was I don't even call it that sentimental. I'd call that like holy shit, thought provoking at least.
Yeah. But yeah, this has been another audio visual experience with the Duce Boys.
Ah man. I feel like I'm gonna be too profound this year when I get drunk. And I don't know if that's gonna be sustainable.
Pour you another drink.
Shit, let's do it.
I have some left. I need to close this thing out. The right time for the first time of the year. Oh, Jesus Christ. I said 8.
You said 8 drinks, right?
But yeah, continue to like, comment, follow,
Yeah.
subscribe, share, on all platforms. Apple Podcasts.
Oh shit!
Spotify,
Fuck me, huh?
Instagram, YouTube. What?
Nothing.
What?
Yeah, I forgot to share this on anything but YouTube. I didn't post the audio. I'll post it today. It's fine.
Anyways, yeah. Continue to do that.
Like, follow, share, subscribe. Guys, since we have changed the way we run things around here, which you guys, it's behind the scenes stuff, so it doesn't really matter. We will start dropping Tuesday night. I'm waiting for you to stop nodding. Tuesday nights. That's for no other reason than because I want to get you guys the episode a few hours earlier. You know.
Okay.
Can't give you a time yet because I haven't decided what the time was going to be.
That's fair.
Just know it's Tuesday night.
9 p.m.
9 p.m. is crazy. I was going to go like 7, but whatever.
Sure.
7, 8, 9, somewhere in that range.
Yeah. 7 and 9.
Yes. You'll know when you get the notification because I told
Right.
you get the notification bell. You know? That, along with everything that I've promised you, is in the works.
Mm-hmm.
Still coming. Let's get out of here, Lonnie.
All right. We're going to close this thing out for the
Y'all
first
dare
time
me
of the
to
year.
drink this whole thing?
All right.
I dare me to, guys.
Up to it. Down to it. Fuck those who don't do it. We do it because we used to it. Drink, motherfucker, drink.
I told y'all I would do it. And so I did it.
And just like that,
We
we
gone.
gone.